And greetings to you, Internet. This is the Solo Gamer, aka MattCat, and today on my Internet debut we are doing a Let's Play commentary on Shank for the Xbox Live Arcade. And honestly, this is probably one of my favorite games the arcade came out with within the last 3 years. It's a straight-up, old-school action beat-em-up with fantastically hand-drawn graphics, or at least they look hand-drawn, and no-bones story, no real fancy features, just bad guys killed your girl, and you are going to totally wreck their crap for it. So that being said, let's get started. And as the screen indicates, that would be Shank. And according to the game, this would also apparently be Mexico, but never specifically indicates otherwise. Rough neighborhood, apparently.
What are you drinking, buddy?
I'm looking for
Which admittedly is...
Around here, it's usually someone that's looking for us.
Well, apparently I'm looking to beat that dude to death, so... And apparently I have good reason too.
To try out your girlfriend.
She's my girlfriend. You don't get to borrow her.
Found her.
Oh God.
I'd kill you now, friend, but I want you to hear her scream.
No. Shank. No.
You a fight fan?
Seriously, do not like that dude.
Not of this wrestler.
I heard you were dead.
You heard wrong.
I hate to be wrong.
Fortunately, I'm still gonna make you wrong. Doesn't matter if you like it or not.
Friend Shank here at the bar. What do you want me to do with him?
Finish him.
Got it. Get him.
Well, that hasn't gone well for them so far, has it? Yes, the chainsaw will so give you a tactical advantage against me. No, it won't, apparently. I still borrow it anyway. It's cool. And those guys did not notice the massive pile of bodies I apparently left behind. So this is how it starts, with you apparently going chainsaw knife happy on a bunch of crazy dudes in a bar. I always have to admire the henchman work ethic though. I mean, seriously, you just watched this guy kill an entire room full of people, and you're going to go fight him now. Seems like that is a really poor career move, but they're dedicated. Well, and he's dead, but you get the point.
He got away.
Indeed he did, and he's still massively pummeling your guys.
Whoever kills him will have my gratitude and a handsome payout.
Yeah, no offense, buddy. I don't think any money in the world is going to be enough for these guys to be convinced that coming after me is a good idea. Lucky for him, these guys are apparently dumb too, so they will keep trying. So anyway, as you can see, the game's a straight up old school beat 'em up. Side scrolling, no 3D, no fancy polygon graphics, just you, some 2D graphics, a bunch of bad guys, some weapons, and the ability to absolutely decimate everything that moves. The quick strikes you see with the small blades are the short, quick attacks. The chainsaw is your heavy attack. You also have guns And of course you have the ability to jump, which you saw earlier. That is a grab move, which allows you to grab and disable an opponent for a short time. You can jump, wall run, climb on obstacles, and even jump across long distances by using half-rotted skulls, apparently. And I shot that person in the face. You can also use the buildings and other pitfalls to drop enemies off them. Sometimes makes fights easier if you can just throw your enemies away and not have to keep slugging at them. You can use your attacks at any time, chain them together, combine them with other moves, and it works well if you're surrounded because you can throw enemies into each other aside from the big guys. The big guys, on the other hand, cannot be thrown, but they can be grabbed. Like you, they can also block. The block is really not that useful in and of itself, but what it is good for is it acts as the starter for your dodge. So you can dodge, roll, get past enemy attacks, come up behind them, and just go to town. And that is the pounce, which on the smaller enemies allows you to jump up, pounce on them, and beat the crud out of them while they're on the ground. As again, doesn't work on the big guys, but it works great when you're dealing with the small guys and need to take one off his feet for a few minutes. Now the big guys are going to be the troublemakers because they can knock you back, knock you in the air, knock you down. They're vulnerable to grabs and holds, so you can hold them off and keep them busy, but that's about it. You can also grab or pounce in midair to help you catch and throw your enemies around the room, and it gives you a little bit of breathing room if you're trying to hold an enemy off while you deal with his friends. And of course, we now have the grenades too. Like any good action platformer beat 'em up, you can do wall runs, long jumps, multiple types of platforming, although admittedly, focus in this game is all about the beatdown and the chainsaw to the face. But the grenades come in handy when you need to clear a room or take out a large target. And they're especially handy with certain bosses you'll encounter. If you catch an enemy unaware, you can take him out with one hit, but this isn't a stealth game, it just happens on occasion. Ooh. And he's not liking that. As the game goes on, your enemies will start having more complex weaponry, guns, assault rifles. This guy's got a battering ram. And that will actually make it really hard to hold them off because they can just keep getting hammered over and over again. That's when you want to bust out the grenades. You know, again, I have to ask, at what point did these guys think that they would have any better luck than like the last 24 guys I killed? Okay, well maybe the big guy's having a little bit better luck, but he's in the corner now and I'm gonna pummel him for it. Also, amusingly, somehow tequila does not kill you in this game. It actually restores your health, which is kind of convenient, I suppose. Okay, apparently this guy wants to start a fight. And as you can see against the bosses, certain moves will not be effective. Grabs, pounces, and even your basic attacks are fairly ineffective, though they can be very useful in chipping away his energy. But the usual way you'll beat a boss is to find his weak point or a way to slow him down, make him trigger it, and then grab a hold and cause massive damage. As the infamous Sony press conference once said, attack the weak point for massive damage. Only in this case, it's attacking a dude's neck with a chainsaw, apparently. Seriously, how does that not, like, instantly kill him? I don't care how big he is. Ah, well. Video game logic for you. Oops. Alright, it's over now. Off with your head. Oh, wait a second. That ain't right. Whoops, wrong dude. Sorry. So I've officially just decapitated this guy, and he's now fried. So
Where is the real butcher?
apparently the rest of the audience doesn't care.
Where is he?
Try the meat district. You can take the train to...
I know where it is.
Oh, alright then, Mr. Grumpy. I mean, seriously, I understand he's got some reasons for being upset and everything, but dude, no need to be a jerk. And that concludes the first part of this game's Let's Play with me, MattCat, your host. Hope you enjoyed it. Trying to do a little bit more comedy on this than others, but we'll continue from here next time. Have a good day. And thanks for watching.